And guess what? During this time, Dub even gave him the N-word pass, which created a whole nother arc entirely. But we can get into that in a whole other video.
I forgot. Let them niggas know!
At the end of the day, what?
He said, Fousey stand? Fousey stand? Yo, we might be fucking wildin'. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. What's shaking this time around, baby? Yeah, y'all already know about Fousey, bro. He one of them Newton's IRL streamers. He be crashing the fuck out. Yeah, Fousey went to Dubai and shit like that. Shit is crazy, bro. He spent 50 bands. That shit went down the drain. We gonna see that shit later. But y'all already know. Apparently, Fousey about to delete his old album. Thank fucking God. Niggas ain't overseas making content. Shit is crazy, bro. But yeah, we about to get right into this shit. So, let the gel commence. Y'all already know. Shout out Contents Universe. We got Fousey deletes his album. Y'all already know what it is. OG vid down in the description. First link. Go share that love, baby. Not playing. Let's get right into it.
Like, if I'm trying to be a rapper, the one thing about being a rapper is supposed to be authenticity and being authentic, and that wasn't authentic in my image at all. That's just like, it's like I'm listening to it now.
Yeah, no shit.
And obviously now I'm in a different state than I was during the album creation, because you know I was wild during the album creation.
This nigga was on his fucking knees, bro. He was crying and shit. Yeah, it was bad, bro. Clearly some shit wasn't being made.
But now sitting in it in my car, just listening to it, I can't even vibe to it knowing what the f am I saying.
Please subscribe, y'all. Please subscribe, bro. I'm 27 and I'm broke as shit. Man, I took 2 weeks off from reporting about Fousey, and it feels like I have missed a whole entire arc of what's going on. Strangely enough, it appears as if my fixation on reporting about this guy nearly every single video is warranted, considering now I am completely lost as to what is going on. So
I be caught the fuck up with the Fousey lore. Me and the boss, we haven't covered him actually in a good second, but like, yeah, nah, Fousey just been up to some dumb shit. But yeah, he was in Dubai. He came back. Now he on this type of shit. Are we surprised? Hell no.
I came back on the scene, and guess what? Boy, I got a story to tell y'all. Apparently, Mr. G7 president has seen the light and is finally starting to have some clarity on his latest album release, G7 The Death of Fousey. Just so y'all know, he is now considering deleting the album from all platforms.
I think I'm gonna delete my album. Listening, and I'm not saying I'm listening to my music now out of the manic state that I was in the creation of that album. That music is a gateway to hell in my religion and my beliefs and my...
How many of y'all are opposing him deleting this shit? That's what I thought. Moving on. Like, go ahead and delete this shit, bro.
Actual belief system, the shit I talk about there, especially in a song like Perfect Timing, Dirty Soda, In Love with the Double Cup. I could make a bad bitch get on her knees, make a good girl turn to a freak. Like, okay, explain that to God. Like, if I want to burn in hell, I keep that up, I tour it, and I just keep getting bad sins. I'm not saying I'm done with music. BBL Rage.
I mean, but then that's the factor. Like, yo, obviously you can look at it in hindsight, but then when you were going through all this, you were crashing out and all that. Why weren't you sitting, taking time, backing it up and thinking like, oh yeah, maybe I should make music more in the direction of speaking from my heart instead of all these crash outs I've been going on. There's all this degeneracy I've been getting in, being in LA and doing this streaming shit. Why didn't you think about it then? Like, yo, you had the time. Trust. You had it, Fousey. You definitely did. Like, what are we talking about?
Shit. BBL Rage. First day out. Outside of that, I think everything's gonna get deleted. And I want to talk to BIP about it right now. And then come out with a different album. He's gonna understand because there's things about the album creation that just weren't good energy anyways, and I don't want to take this album out. I can't.
because to sum up his words in a nutshell, it's just not him anymore. Now, if you are a long-term watcher of this channel, you know that I predicted that this would happen. He claims that he is contemplating deleting his album because he was in a manic state. It was against his religion, and apparently there were just too many negative energies around him. You guys know I can't speak to the validity.
And again, that's his fault too, because of the people he keep around him. He only keep yes men, bro. If you were to disagree with him, he was gonna slap the shit out of you. You know how many clips you got of Fousey slapping the shit out of his employees, fucking jumping off of piers when he tackled his one fucking bodyguard? I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on?
Of any of these claims, because while making the album, he was consistently and doubled down talking about how he was out of his manic state, how he was in a good headspace. He also preached about his religion literally every single live. And as far as his circle, it shrunk like 3 times, possibly even more. One time in Australia, where he literally had a whole gang of employees. Next time was in the States when he had his Airbnb arc, and then fast
Exactly what I was just talking about.
forward down to where it was just Ahmed. And this is the thing, he burnt so many bridges during that time. Most of the music that he made during this time period was trashed because either from his burned bridges or lack of compensation to the artists that helped him out in the process.
Exactly, that's a whole nother thing too. And then he's making some of these songs like dissing heads like Neon, bro. Like, why are you still even focusing on bulls like Neon? You need to focus on growing yourself. Like, I just want to fuck Sam Frank. Like, yo, bro, go ahead, keep that shit to yourself, because none of us do. Shit, nigga, we ain't Neon, bro. You could go ahead and want to fuck her, bro. Nah, but like, yeah, like all this type of shit, of course that shit was gonna reflect in his music, bro. You going through all this bad shit right now, and it's not like inspirational bad shit. It's not like you're going through like heartbreak or something like that. You're just going through manic episodes, crashing out. Of course your music is not gonna be up to standards. Of course, looking at it in hindsight, this shit not gonna be the joint. Like, damn, I ain't making no actual meaningful music. Hell no, you didn't.
Process, but that's actually neither here nor there. The actual album that we eventually did here had a plethora of songs that we never even heard before, that we never saw being created or anything of that nature. No mutes, no anything. So I am sure most of the songs that he cooked up in that time period, if that's the term that you want to use, was made when his circle was extremely small. So to be perfectly clear, I believe there is some truth in what he's saying, because some things in life just aren't black and white. It's always a 50 shades of gray situation, but in true Fousey fashion, everything that he is claiming cannot be true at the same time. And after,
of course not, you can't take you gotta take everything that fucking Fousey said with a grain of salt too, because he's literally prone to lying all the fucking time. Like, duh. And 2, again, we never know when he about to go through a manic episode or a crash out, bro. He could be going through one right now, just not really literally crashing the fuck out. But bro, Fousey's always prone to doing this shit, so it's like
saying that he wanted to delete the album. You can see him on the verge of tears after he said that on the live.
Bro, you know how many times I done seen Fousey cry crocodile tears?
I have no idea. What I do know is that Fousey has used crying as a tool too many times throughout his career for me to really give it a second thought. As much as I would like to share the pain,
this was some crazy shit too, the airport incident
that he is feeling right now about his album basically failing, it is impossible, because he has cried or showed this level of emotion so many times, either for a joke or a troll, or even to just downright manipulate his impressionable audience time and time again, making it almost impossible to decipher whether this is sincere pain that we are currently seeing right now. With that being said, what I can attest to is that his ego has been extremely damaged after this album release. Mind you, this album was supposed to...
Who the fuck did he think was really about to sit here and be like, yo, we gonna go blast that YSC crash out, bro? Crash out YSC, we about to go blast that Fousey. No one. Literally fucking nobody. So of course his ego gonna be down, because Fousey thinks he's a god, bro. But he has to realize, yo, you're a fucking nuisance kick streamer. Do you really think you had like a dedicated real audience, bro? This is not fucking back in like 2015, 2016 when you had like 10 mil for real popping the fuck off. No. You done made bad decisions, bro. These are the consequences, bro. Your shit not gonna pop. Your audience has faded. Gone. and the current honeys you got, any motherfuckers gonna rub their two brain cells together, nigga, this shit not gonna be lasting long either. This crash out shit not gonna work.
To prove that he could make a highly renowned album. And after everything is said and done, some of his songs that were posted on YouTube have less views than videos on this channel. And that is really bad, considering that I only have 1,000 subscribers. So to put that in perspective, more people would rather watch Fousey News on a channel that's pretty much non-existent than actually stream his music on YouTube. The issue is that music is a craft in its own right, and as hard as he did work to put this album together, which I will recognize that he did put in work.
Nah, he was in the stew. Now what he was doing in the stew is the question here, because shit, as far as I'm concerned, most of the clips I see him in the stew was him breaking down. But yeah, he did pop out at the stew to get this shit at least out and made, so hey, we gotta respect that at least.
This album, there is no skipping steps. There's no way to rush that process. The only thing that Fousey learned how to do during that time span while creating this album was how the song creation process works. He needed way more time to complete a solid body of work. And I truly believe that if the music was actually good on that album, he has enough clout to leverage that we would actually be hearing those songs all over the place by now.
Yeah, but instead, First Day Out, the only song that really actually did any motion, is now a fucking meme. Cause we're overseas making content. Because that's the thing with Fousey. Again, doing these crash shots and having him be in these man mistakes and then not even actually really going through any actual good life experience and or decent memorable shit. It's like, yeah, it's gonna result in the music being bad. Like even I was saying that a bit earlier. But for the most part too, of course, you gotta put a little bit more effort into this genre for it to be good. Now Fousey, even with him being in this dude, bruh, what actual musical talent was he really put into this shit? Like, let's be honest, bro. And even I be making fucking songs here and there, bro. I be really heavily criticizing my shit, bro, because I'm not gonna lie, like, really trying to make music. Fuck niggas think I'm Kendrick. Nah, stop playing, bro. But like seriously, nah. In real aspects with Fousey, like, of course, what type of like real music finesse was he about to put in this shit? Like, come on, man. Tough.
But this is my theory on how things played out. First, he had a manic idea to do music in the first place. Neon was a great opportunity for him to make a song for the content. And he actually did follow up on that idea, because that's when we got IDG. That was actually written by DDG, which actually ended up being a really good song, whether the people watching would like to believe that or not. This put a little fuel in his fire, basically giving him the rapper stamp. And guess what? During this time, Dub even gave him the N-word pass, which created a whole nother arc entirely. But we can get into that in a whole other video.
I forgot. Let them niggas know.
At the end of the day, what?
He said, Fousey stand? Fousey stand? Yo, we might be fucking wildin'.
Yeah. Let them niggas know I got dick.
But then people started telling Fousey that he couldn't be a rapper. This was echoed by family, friends, really anybody close to Fousey in his inner circle. And this was a big hit to his ego. During this time, he was actually manic, so he just could not have that. And now he had something to actually prove to the audience. So he surrounded himself, and I'm talking about he scoured the globe to find talent and writers. And he actually did successfully put himself around a whole bunch of.
That's another thing too. Y'all let me know. Is this a hot take or not, bro? Maybe I'll take Trill for this. But I feel like if you didn't write your music, bro, that shit is like not your music. Like I don't know. Maybe that's just the thing with like me and my fucking, you know what I'm saying, my friends, my brothers out here making music. But like, yo, if we don't write our shit, it's like, nah, that's just not me. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, we know some rappers got ghostwriters. Like the big one is obviously fucking everybody says Drake got ghostwriters. And I'm not saying that everything that Drake did is fucking ghostwriting. Like, nah, of course Drake got some shit he wrote himself. Because again, most bag music is coming from the fucking heart. So you would have to come up with that shit. But like, I don't know. It's just me personally. Like, yeah, if I gotta write my shit, I gotta put my bars out or whatever. Like, and that's what I'm gonna consider that joint like my song or my music, bro. If I ain't write it, then it's like, it's cool. But like, It's not my music. It's good music, maybe potentially if it's a good song or whatever, but it's not my music. Oh no, boy.
Talented people that could really make a great body of work. He was trying to catch that same bottle of lightning that he had during the creation of IDG, but as we know now, it just failed. However, now he was in way too deep. By this time, he had already started making promises to his audience, so he just keeps trucking and makes song after song, as many songs, as many freestyles in the random atmosphere that he could. But this is when things started to get real dicey, so I hope you guys are following along. Around this time, pretty much off the bat, he was trying to convince himself that he was really good at music, almost like
he's not
great at music, and everybody that was around him, even the writers, even the talent, was just too afraid to be honest with him. And if they weren't afraid,
and that's another one of the reasons for like all this like Fousey downfall that we're seeing, is like he's surrounded by yes men. He does not let anybody have like open criticism of him, or he kicks them out or crashes out on them, bro. Fousey, if you want to be able to push this like non-existent part of this career that you got anywhere further, you need to let niggas criticize you and stop crashing the fuck out on them, bro. They are right. The shit you're doing is terrible, and the music you're making is fucking ass. Fucking terrible. Like, bro, come on, bro. That shit is annoying.
They just didn't want to hurt his feelings because they have been there before. So Fousey had a whole bunch of people echoing that his music was great right along with him. So he had no real grasp of his music, period. Of course, he had the people that was in the comments, but you can't really look at the people in the comments in the chat, because no matter what you do, they're gonna troll Fousey anyway. So yeah, he got hyped up and he decided to rush out an album. Not even that, he decided to give himself multiple deadlines that just were completely unrealistic.
Especially for him, considering, bro, if Fousey's gonna put out something good, it's gonna take a long ass while for him to, 1, not crash out, 2, not have a manic episode, and 3, actually get his dumb ass in his stew to make this shit, let alone him actually coming up with bars. But yeah, he got writers, so that's irrelevant. But him actually like melodically saying this shit good, and getting like every good cut of him doing the joint, you know what I'm saying, or every good punching, like, bro, and then obviously on top of these like forced deadlines that he had, bro, because I don't know, like, it's just dumb. Like, he should have, if he was realistically wanting to get into music, he should have like gave this project like a year and a half or some joint, like, let it actually be decent, so then heads could talk about it, like Trill Talks Everything, and bro, and I would do the promotion for itself. But no, he ain't do it.
We're trying to make an album that was really good starting from zero. I do believe that he started to get second thoughts though a little bit earlier than people might have expected. I think that he started to get second thoughts right after his first day out music video. Of course he couldn't show it, but I just got this itch that I feel like that's when the doubt started to creep in. But at that time it was far too late. And
the doubt should have creeped in when the engineer played back all his fucking takes that when he like was initially making the song, like literally in the process of getting the songs made, like, oh yeah, bro, you like that take? Nah, actually I don't like the whole song. Actually I don't like anything recorded so far because it's all ass. But nah, everybody yes to him, and now we're here.
And you know, he had to keep doing what he had to do, and he had to be confident about what he was doing, because like I said before, he had even more promises to deliver on at this point.
I can say what you want. I can't. I'd rather come out with another album. I already talked about being almost done with the second album. That I'll go back in right now, book me anywhere, we'll go, and I'll create a real first album where I don't have to talk about shit that doesn't actually represent me.
This time it's got to be something.
And I knew it, and it felt wrong with the video today for YSC.
He had basically built up his concert in January as a redemption arc for what happened on July 15th when he had a bomb threat called in. And this was years back. So the concert, at least to me, was like the end of a 5-6 season show. Like, it had got to its complete peak and there was nothing left to do with that storyline. After going to Dubai with Deepak, I believe he just started to fall in love love with what he was actually good at, which is just to be behind the camera and entertain. I believe it was a lot less.
Exactly, like, bro, and that's the thing too. Like, Fousey can still be like prominent. Obviously, I know Fousey back in the day, like I was saying, back in like 2015, 16, 17, around there, bro. Like, Fousey was huge, bro, as a YouTuber, bro. You already know. And like, obviously, like, as time goes on, you gotta innovate and change up. And like, you know, obviously Fousey barely did that, John. But even still, now with the motion he's got, he could actually make like good IRL streams. He just continues to crash out and do dumb shit, and then collab with fucking lame ass niggas like Jack Doherty and fucking Neon and shit like that. Like, if he just would say fuck all that, take his meds, and like really lock in on doing some actual fun shit, bro, people would realistically watch him again, bro. But shit. Not if you're gonna keep crashing the fuck out.
Stressful for him, because while music may look fun outside looking in, trust me, behind closed doors, it is stressful. The anxiety of trying to make sure you're creating good music or music that people would want to listen to, trying to decipher who is leading you astray with your music creation. Is this person just lying to you because they want a position? Is this person around you because they want access to certain studios?
All of the people around Fousey are yes men. All of you niggas.
It's a lot to think about that the average person doesn't think about until they really try to do music. I mean, you got booking shows, marketing, and a person like Fousey is trying to make a great body of work with all odds against him, period. Like, nobody that I saw besides his core fan base really wanted him to make a great album. Nobody. When he was able to just take a step back and just start streaming again, I just believe that he came back to the States just not feeling it no more. So instead of just
I'd imagine too, because again, like I was saying in the beginning, he went over there, he literally said himself, he lost $50,000. I wouldn't be feeling shit either, bro. I want to go back home. I need to make my money back, bro. Like, what?
Dropping music with no word to his audience at all. He may just be trying to find an easy way out of this whole music making arc debacle so he can just get back to what makes him happy. So of course, this is Fousey we're talking about. Of course he's gonna blame it on other things. Of course he's gonna say that this isn't him. Of course he's gonna say that the music was.
Hey, bro, he got the Taz cams too, bro. I ain't gonna lie, twinning them, following them.
He's gonna say that this isn't him. Of course he's gonna say that the music was haram, or of course he was gonna say that he was around the wrong people. What else do you expect him to say? He says he's gonna continue to make music. I'm just not quite sure about that. I'm pretty sure he might do a song or two or tease a little bit, but at this point, if
he doesn't see the reception from it, I don't think he will.
I'm mistaken. I just think that it's gonna probably just fizzle out to nothingness so he can kind of just moonwalk out of this whole situation.
No, because I'd still want to take a tour bus and go across the country and do, like, I still want that idea.
But what I do want to see is him doing an IRL in Korea.
But that's gonna be a fucking money sink if that shit is not profitable, because no one shows up to these damn shows. So
yeah, I haven't even went through all of the Dubai footage, and I know there was plenty of stories to tell and plenty of things that he did. I think it's safe to say that the people that watch Fousey, we have had enough of all the music streams, of all the pauses, of all the dramatics, of all the shish emojis, and we just really just want to get back to the entertainment. I have been covering Ice Poseidon lately, and all of his charades
so
are
fuck you, Ice.
disgusting and disturbing. And one thing I will say, while I'm watching Ice, in the back of my head I'm like, hey, this would be so much better if this was Fousey instead of Ice. Like, I would just be so much more entertained. So yeah, everyone, that's my take on Fousey expressing that he would like to, or is thinking about taking down his album that he dropped.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. Shout out Contents Universe. That was Fousey deletes his album. Y'all already know this. If you want to watch the OG vid, like I said in the beginning, that boy be down in the description. First link. I ain't playing, man. Shout out love, bro. No cap. Final page of conjecture. Yeah, man. Fousey. Yeah, just go ahead and delete the album. Nah, let me not even really hate. But yeah, obviously the album wasn't really well received, and the he literally had a problem with the song that did the best, which is you know, obviously the First Day Out, John, you know, where he came out the coffin. And if he really feels like that, I feel like he should just again do what Content was saying and just go back to what's making him actually happy. Even if them dumbass crash outs and shit he be having is what's making him happy. I mean, hey, it's better than him suffering and literally lighting his bread on fire, doing this music shit that's not working out. So yeah, man, hey man, Fousey doing more shit, and we just gonna see what Fousey ends up doing tomorrow, because Fousey's doing some fucking dumb shit every day. But y'all already know. Again, shout out Contents Universe, and I'm finna catch y'all on the flip, baby. Peace.